Astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
What's going on, everyone? It's Jeranism, back with a short video for you today. Many people think flat earthers are idiots, and so did I. Many people think 9/11 was done by Arabs with box cutters, and well, so did I. Many people thought children died at Sandy Hook, thought Columbus discovered America, and thought the Federal Reserve was a government organization, well, considering it says federal, and so did I. But then I started to research, I started to learn things on my own, started to ask questions and seek answers and not depend on others to tell me the truth. I started to think for myself. And many of us have been asking other people to do the same. As we always say, don't trust us, do your own research. Well, maybe we are actually getting through to some, because let's take a look at a letter written by a group of Ivy League professors and published last month. The main point of that letter? To think for yourself. Now sure, some of you may not like Harvard or Yale, and I can't blame you. Some of the biggest pieces of trash have come from there. But the letter, I'm not so sure you can disagree with, and it should give you hope for the future. And this was an open letter posted at Princeton's site and others. The letter begins, some thoughts and advice for our students and all students, August 29, 2017. We are scholars and teachers at Princeton, Harvard, and Yale, who have some thoughts to share and advice to offer students who are headed off to colleges around the country. Our advice can be distilled to 3 words. Think for yourself. Now, that might sound easy, but you will find, as you may have discovered already in high school, that thinking for yourself can be a challenge. It always demands self-discipline, and these days can require courage. In today's climate, it's all too easy to allow your views and outlook to be shaped by dominant opinion on your campus or in your broader academic culture. The danger any student or faculty member faces today is falling into the vice of conformism, yielding to groupthink. At many colleges and universities, what John Stuart Mill called the tyranny of public opinion does more than merely discourage students from dissenting from prevailing views on moral, political, and other types of questions. It leads them to suppose that dominant views are so obviously correct that only a bigot or a crank could question them. Since no one wants to be, or be thought of as a bigot or a crank, the easy, lazy way to proceed is simply by falling into line with campus orthodoxies. Don't do that. Think for yourself. Thinking for yourself means questioning dominant ideas even when others insist on their being treated as unquestionable. It means deciding what one believes not by conforming to fashionable opinions, but by taking the trouble to learn and honestly consider the strongest arguments to be advanced on both or all sides of questions, including arguments for positions that others revile and want to stigmatize, and against positions others seek to immunize from critical scrutiny. The love of truth and the desire to attain it should motivate you to think for yourself. The central point of a college education is to seek truth and to learn the skills and acquire the virtues necessary to be a lifelong truth seeker. Open-mindedness, critical thinking, and debate are essential to discovering the truth. Moreover, they are our best antidotes to bigotry. Merriam-Webster's first definition for the word bigot is a person who is obstinately or intolerantly devoted to his or her opinions and prejudices. The only people who need fear, open-minded inquiry, and robust debate are the actual bigots, including those on campuses or in the broader society who seek to protect the homogeneity of their opinions by claiming that to question those opinions is itself bigotry. So don't be tyrannized by public opinion. Don't get trapped in an echo chamber. Whether you in the end reject or embrace a view, make sure you decide where you stand by critically assessing the arguments for the competing positions. Think for yourself. Good luck to you in college. And it's signed by Paul Bloom, who's from Yale, another teacher from Princeton, Yale, Princeton, Yale, Princeton. So a thank you to all those teachers who signed this. And the truth is, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to go out on your own. It's okay to be your own person And if something doesn't make sense, then keep drilling till it does. It's all we can do. Here's 2 quotes by H.L. Mencken, who had something to say about education. The most erroneous assumption is to the effect that the aim of public education is to fill the young of the species with knowledge and awaken their intelligence, and so make them fit to discharge the duties of citizenship in an enlightened and independent manner. Nothing could be further from the truth. The aim of public education is not to spread enlightenment at all. It is simply to reduce as many individuals as possible to the same safe level, to breed and train a standardized citizenry, to put down dissent and originality. That is its aim in the United States. Pretensions of politicians, pedagogues, and other such mountebanks, and that is its aim everywhere else. H.L. Mencken. He also said, a little more directly, the plain fact is that education is itself a form of propaganda, a deliberate scheme to outfit the pupil, not with the capacity to weigh ideas, but with a simple appetite for gulping ideas ready-made. The aim is to make good citizens, which is to say, docile and uninquisitive citizens. H.L. Mencken. And for those of you who think you're so right, I wonder how many of you think for yourself. Be kind, don't lie, and open your mind, because there's truth inside. This has been Jeranism. Till next time.